Yeah.
We got pulled over in front of my house. We're coming back from a seminar, so he's driving back. It's about midnight. As soon as we pull over, I mean, right before I got to my house in Palos Verdes, cops pull us over. So we pull over in front of my house in Palos Verdes. Cops behind us come over, ask for his driver's license. I was like, excuse me, but that's my house right here. So he's asked for my ID. I show my ID. As soon as I show the ID, he goes on the bridge and goes, yes, cancel the backup. That's like 320 pounds,
Hey,
man.
can we get you in the camera real quick?
Tattoo all over his face.
Come over here.
As soon as the officer saw him drive by, he calls the backup. Oh, hey, bring some backup. We're going to need for today, man.
You're going to need some backup for this.
I know, yeah.
You fight too? Jiu-jitsu, fight, boxing, everything?
Boxing.
Wow. Yeah, I'd be scared. I'd be scared. And that's a great shirt. I was just telling him today, the UFC TKO holdings with WWF, they did a deal, WWE, they did a deal with Netflix. $5 billion to stream WWE for the next 10 years.
My logo on his hands, in case if he slaps somebody, gets stuck.
All right, give me one.
Yeah, give him a good one. Hey, after you gotta spar with him.
No, come on, bro. You're gonna break my neck. That's some real stuff right there. I died.
You 300 pounds? How tall are you?
6'3".
Oh, damn.
6'3", 300. And you know how to do jiu-jitsu. That's scary. That's scary.
Boxing.
He's a boxer.
Boxer, yep.
I love the logo in your hand. That's how you know who it came from, huh? Chief sent down the orders. You got to smack someone. That logo's going to...
Why you need a bodyguard? You like one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world, and you know how to work the guns.
Hold on. I shoot better than I can fight. Okay? But if I'm walking down the street and he's next to me or across the street, everybody will look at him. Nobody sees me. So it's more to call attention.
Distraction.
Yep. Everybody look at him. Oh my God, look at that guy. And I'll go right by the crowd. Nobody sees me.
That's actually pretty smart. That's actually pretty smart. Back in my heyday, I used to have 2 female friends, and I would hang out with them, and I would tell everybody they're my bodyguards because they was like beautiful girls, and I would think that the guys' eyes would go to them, but after a while, it didn't work. They was, it's still.
You need bodyguards when you go out?
Man, sometimes you know you don't need them like that, but sometimes fans are weird though. Sometimes
it's not to the crowd stops you in such a way that you can't move. It's not because somebody's gonna do something, but there's too many. We were in Vegas one time, and my 2 sons were like, Alex, they're like teenagers at the time. We got this today, so we walk out of the elevator. Alex behind. And the kids are going, excuse me, move, telling the crowd to move. So we had to go do something. So crowd is moving, but it got to a point there was too many people. And the kids are like, got stuck. And they're like, man, the crowd's not moving. So I look at Alex, I give him the nod. He came from behind, picked me up off the ground and said, move. I said, people, I'd love to stay, but he's carrying me away. He's just walking me out, picking me up off the ground, just walking me out.
Yeah, that's an enforcer. Mom, I'm telling you, you moving around with a guy like that, I can tell no one's trying to do anything with you.
that's a good idea.
He just picked me up off the ground. And I was like, sorry, I'd love to stay, but he's taking me.
That's amazing. Do you deal with a lot of issues when you go out in public still?
Oh, no.
No.
I find out most people don't look at people in the face.
Yeah.
So most people like this on the phone. I walk very smooth, no crowd. So,
I mean, you're an icon. I don't think you need an introduction. Royce Gracie, ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest to ever do it, the inventor of this game. UFC 1, UFC 2, UFC 3, UFC 4. The guy's been there. He's seen it all. You know, it's a pleasure and an honor to have you on this show. So many fight fans, new, old, past, and present. You know, they know about fighting. They understand the UFC, the current day. They know the name's McGregor, but everybody knows your name. Whether you love the UFC or not, everybody knows that name. So it's an honor to have you here today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Back in the day when I was started with no gloves, no time limits, no weight division.
How was that? I can't imagine fighting like that.
It was raw, let's say. It was you do your thing, I do my thing. It was more of a trying to figure out. A lot of people think that the Gracies are arrogant. They are trying to put down the other styles. No, we're trying to find out if our stuff works. So we tell everybody, ours is the best. they say there's the best. There's only one way to find out. So we're more in a quest to trying to find out than trying to put down other styles. A lot of people kind of misunderstood that in the beginning.
Yeah. Isn't it true one of your family members started the UFC?
My brother.
Your brother?
He's the one that created the UFC. Horton, the older one. He's the one that created the UFC. And then they had to choose 8 men, one from different style. You see, a sumo wrestler, a kickboxer, so and so on. And so they picked me. My father and him picked me.
Was the first UFC in Brazil or was it?
No, it was Denver, Colorado.
Oh, wow.
First one. Yep.
And high altitude, it's hard to fight up there if you haven't been training up there.
It was because of athletic commission did not let it happen like California. We could not do it in California because the athletic commission would block. And Colorado did not have athletic commission. That's why they went to Colorado.
And what made you decide to fight with the gi on?
It's a trap. It's a trap. Human instinct. Grab on. Put the hands on you. I'll grab a hold of you. If I have nothing to grab, what am I going to do? I'm going to punch you.
Yeah.
So go ahead, get a hold of me all day. At least you're not hitting me. You see, and I know where your hands are. So a lot of people, oh, that's a disadvantage. For one side, yes, you get a hold of me. But for the other, you're not punching me. All day, grab a hold of me. I don't like to get hit.
This style of jiu-jitsu that, you know, the whole world talks about today, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, BJJ. Now we see so many, you know, mixed martial artists in today's time, American jiu-jitsu and grappling and wrestling. And we know that your family and your name and you are pioneers of this. And you come from, you know, nine sons, right? And there's 9 of you guys total. Are all of you guys the same class, would you say, of jiu-jitsu style, the same style, the same field? Do you guys all follow the same philosophies? Because I feel like a lot of kids who don't understand jiu-jitsu don't understand that there's so many different styles to your family, right? There was divisions in a way.
These my cousins, my brothers. My father had 9 kids, 7 boys, 2 girls. My uncle Carlos had 21 kids, 11 boys, 10 girls. That's a whole new different podcast.
Wow. 21 kids.
Wow.
11 boys, 10 girls. Yep. And everybody was involved one way or the other. The boys were all teaching and fighting. I wouldn't say fighting. My father taught us how to teach, not how to fight. Fight was on the side thing. It's like for the cousins, the same thing. It was not, they all can teach. It was just fighting is just to prove if the style worked for the style, for the style to work, and we got to put it to the test.
And did you grow up competing and training with all your brothers and sisters in jiu-jitsu, or did you guys all get along?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cousins, and grow up the weekends, everybody hang out together in the farm, in the mountains, go to the horseback riding, and yep.
And jiu-jitsu was the main component though. Everybody did jiu-jitsu.
Everybody trained.
Everybody
it's a
trained.
competition. Everything is a competition in my family.
Every day.
Everything from eating to running to jiu-jitsu, not just jiu-jitsu. Everything is a competition. We're not that competitive at all.
Yeah, I can imagine. How did you become, you know, and not in a bad way, but how did you become so iconic and kind of transcend the name to the next generations and become this pioneer? What made you so different, so special from the rest of the family members?
I'm patient and I'm stubborn. Tell me what's impossible and I'll prove it to you. I'll prove you wrong. I'll prove it to you it's not.
Such a discipline, huh? Does it come from the
but
martial art mind?
But a lot of the Gracies are like that. A lot of Gracies are like that. They're stubborn. We're stubborn. Most of us, we're patient and stubborn, and we're gonna go. It's like a pit bull, man. We're gonna have a heart attack, but we're not gonna stop.
You know, the rumor that I heard was that you was the smallest one, but very technical, and then you was really, really good, like very technical. And that's the rumor I heard, that why you got put into the UFC.
No.
I didn't say it was true. I'm gonna say that was
hold on.
That's what fighters were saying.
There was other brothers and cousins that fought before me. I never had a fight in the street, never had a fight professionally. So there was many more of them. They were more experienced, bigger, stronger, better. But how can I be nice about this? It was going to be on national TV. So my father and my brother had to pick a good-looking one. Imagine if you put an ugly cousin over there. Come on, national TV, gotta put somebody good-looking to represent. It's all about looks, man. Come on. Don't tell them to my cousins and my brothers that they're gonna see this.
They're gonna see this. I'll just tell you the rumor. This is what the fighters were saying back in the day when I first learned about it. And they were saying like, you was a smaller one and it could monopolize jiu-jitsu in America because of what you did. A lot of us, that's why I do jiu-jitsu. That's why a lot of people do jiu-jitsu because of, your success in the UFC.
But it was a let's say those smaller brothers that and cousins that would do the same thing.
But they were ugly.
I think, yeah. I didn't say it. You said it.
You said it. You said it. He said it. Don't worry.
I never said that. No, I think what happened is my father and my brother Horton trust me on listening to them. Okay, orders from my father. Do not hurt your opponents. I was like, time out, Dad. Come on. It's an MMA fight. No gloves, no time limits, no weight division. They're going to try to knock me out bare hand, bare knuckles. It's like, don't worry, they will never hit you. That's how much trust he had. So win the fight using jiu-jitsu. Do not hurt your opponents. Another brother or cousin might get hit, might get roughed up a little bit, lose his head, and end up winning the fight, throwing elbows across the guy's face. And it would be ugly, wouldn't show the technique of jiu-jitsu. So it wasn't because I was the best. It wasn't because I was special and you see the smallest. No, it was because I think my father trusts in Horion, trusts me on using the technique and following that their quest, what the demand that they were like, do not hurt your opponent.
Your father was very wise. That's
because
smart.
If I beat somebody up in the wind, throwing elbows across the face, it didn't show the technique. So my father was like, don't take me wrong. It was totally different orders from my mother. My mother would jump in and goes, your father is old. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I want to see some blood. Send them to the hospital. The mother was mean. I was like, Dad doesn't know what he's talking about? He doesn't know about jiu-jitsu, doesn't know about fighting. It's like...
Did your mother do jiu-jitsu as well?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
But she was the mean one.
In the UFC, you have the longest fight in UFC history, 36 minutes. And cardio, insane. The way you fought, insane. Obviously, you had to have stand-up, but you won, with the submission and the way you submitted at UFC 4. And then you had some issues with Shamrock, right? I feel like some people don't understand the issues here. You submit him, and then someone says he didn't submit, and then you get up, you're a little upset. Can you walk me through that?
Let's go back to the longest fight, the long fight.
Yeah.
In the UFC was 36. I had one in Japan, I think it was
90
Pride
minutes.
with Sakuraba. We fought for an hour and a half. It was an hour and a half, 6 rounds of 15. They're not counting 2 minutes of rest in between rounds. So 15 minutes, 2-minute rest, 6 rounds of 15 minutes with 2-minute rest. So that was like, in total was like an hour and 45. It's the most boring fight. The crowd fell asleep, woke up, and we're still fighting. It's like, my God, can you guys please, somebody quit? It's like,
that's
but,
and that was in the Pride rule set, right?
That was Pride rules, yes.
Yeah. So
it was. They had different rules. They were trying to figure it out. So on that one, it was unlimited rounds.
Yeah.
It's 15-minute rounds. Until somebody quit. So we went 6 rounds until he broke it was a partial tear on the ligament and a crack on the shin from a kick. Oh. So that's when I told my father's like, hey, I can get up, but I can't walk. Something's wrong.
Got it. And since we're on this, we're already deep in it. Did you get forced to take that fight to defend the name or something? Someone was telling us that it had something to do with you had to defend the Gracie name or something.
We never got forced.
No.
I never chose opponent. They say, you're going to fight this one. Okay.
Cool. Easy.
You're going to fight that one. Never refuse. Never walk away.
Never.
So
is that part of the family motto? Never walk away from a fight?
Yeah. Never chose a fight. That's just me.
I love it.
Never chose a fight.
Because Sakuraba did fight your brother, right?
And my brother and my cousins, yes. And he was on the top of his game. Yeah. He was beating everybody.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people feel though that, not feel, but it has been said that it was kind of a thing that your family was like, all right, we have to send you in there to go kind of get rid of him.
Nah.
No?
It was
good.
The promoter set up, we're going to fight him. Done.
Yeah.
Not a second thought.
Did you feel that was at the height of Sakuraba's career though, his prime?
Oh yeah. He was in the highest. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he obviously had an illustrious Pride career. You know, he fought a lot of people. Rampage, you fought him too, right?
Smarter fight. Very smart fighter.
Yeah. I fought Sakuraba.
And that was a Grand Prix, right? In 2000?
The 2000 was a Grand Prix, yes.
Yeah. And then in the UFC with you're UFC champion #1. Did you get anything from UFC champion #1? Any commission or anything from the UFC as an incentive?
Back then, there was no, just a paycheck, yes.
That's it, just for winning.
But that one you're talking about, me choking out Ken Shamrock, I got him in the choke. As soon as I let go, he grabbed my leg, tried to continue. That's when I whisper on his ear very nicely, hey, I know you tap. Call him a couple names. You know you tap. I know you tap. Everybody knows you tap. But you want to continue? Go ahead, continue.
Wow.
Go. And I go, ref, let it go, go. And then he was like, you realize I was going to choke him out and put him unconscious. But that's when he's like, no, you're right. I tap.
Oh, wow.
Granted, yes.
You got to have honor when you fight. Though.
Yeah.
You got to have honor.
Principally back then, it's a men's agreement pretty much because there was no punishment. The ref could have said, hey, I didn't see him tap, so go on. But everybody saw he tapped. He knew he tapped.
Is it something when you're fighting someone, like obviously your family is famous for jiu-jitsu. Is it something that winning a fight by submission was mandatory?
Not mandatory, but for my father and Horion, yes, because they want to show the technique of jiu-jitsu. But there's fights that I finish just punching the guy out.
And is that kind of like the theme for the Gracie family over the years for UFC? Like, let's show the world that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the superior martial art and that we can test it against anything and win? Because I know you touched upon that earlier in the beginning, and people always kind of get that confused. Maybe they think you guys are bullying them a little bit or something, but you invented a martial art, you know?
It's not, I wouldn't say superior, but more complete. Karate, it's awesome. But if you take the guy, get in a clinch, take him down, he doesn't know what to do. So wrestling is great, but there's rules. They pin the guy on the shoulder, put the shoulders on the ground, stop right there. There's no submission. There's no, what if he's on the streets? You're going to pin the guy down for how long? You're going to hold him down? It's like, you see, you got to, jiu-jitsu more complete style. That's what we're trying, that's what we're telling people.
Mm-hmm. It's one submission in wrestling. It's called the banana split.
Yep.
You make the guy pin himself. Because you can't tap out even in wrestling, though. I don't think so.
No, you cannot make them tap, yes.
Yeah, they have to pin themselves to do the banana split. But if they're flexible, it don't work.
I mean, I feel like even with the way jiu-jitsu went with you as well, because we see a lot of the tape and a lot of the MMA fans that watch this, you know, from Pride to UFC, you know, you had a big part of your career where you always wore the gi when you fought, right? There was no gloves yet, and it was a little bit unique. It was kind of like the original bare knuckle. Did you always want to wear the gi no matter what?
No matter what.
Oh, wow.
When the rules came in, then they start to take the gi away. They say you cannot wear the gi. But the gi it helped me dry the opponent. So a lot of the guys back then, there was not like the commission today and check for Vaseline and oil. And so a lot of the guys would put how do you call the oil that they warm up for Muay Thai.
Oh yeah, the tiger oil.
The tiger bond, that when you sweat, it's warm up on the body for a warm up.
That gets in your eyes and stuff too.
But when you sweat, that thing comes out and becomes slippery, and so and get on people's eyes. Yeah. So
really? So it was more to keep them dry.
Dry them, and so I can get a hold of them. And
they wasn't even back then. They wasn't even checking for Vaseline or nothing.
Nothing.
Wow.
Everything goes.
It was no rules, right? Just
no eye gouging, no biting.
Yes, yeah.
No eye gouging, no biting.
But
people were eye gouging and biting?
But if the guy did, there was no disqualification. You can. My last fight on UFC 1, I fought Gerard Gordeau. As soon as I took him down, he took a bite of my ear. So I pull it out and I whisper in his ear, "You cheating." And he just gave me a look like, so that's why I hold the choke a little longer.
Can you imagine just someone biting you in the middle of a fight?
Man, I would go crazy. I would go ballistic.
It's a men's agreement. But I talked to Gerald Gordeau, is super nice.
Yeah.
Man. Super tough guy, still till today. And I talked to him. I got invited to go teach at his school in Holland. But we talk, and he's like, man, I just hate to lose. I cannot lose. I'll do whatever it takes to win.
Wow.
Doesn't matter. There's no rules for me.
Wow.
Like, fair enough.
How did you prepare for those no rules fights back in those days, especially the ones where you no time limit? How was training back?
If even today, if you saw me training for a fight, you'd be like, that's it? The way I train is I tell the guys, touch my face, do not hit me. If you touch my face, that light, I'll take that as a hit. I made a mistake. So do not like to get hit. So the guys that says, well, I don't mind, I got to get ready, I got to prepare myself, I got to learn how to take a punch. I tell them, you learn how to take a punch, I'm going to learn how to punch you. We're made for each other. We're a perfect match. Okay, I'm going to get used to get hit? No, I don't want to get used to get hit.
Wow. I have never, ever heard that. That is amazing. So your whole technique in training was like, nah, I don't even want to learn it. I'm not going to even try to get hit. Was it a mental thing or you just didn't want to get hit?
Don't want to get hit. So I'll tell the guys, we spar full on, but you don't have to hit me hard. Just touch, bam, fast, touch. If you touch my face, I take that as a hit.
Wow.
Touch my wrist, consider that a hit.
Wow.
So I got to know where your hands are the whole time.
Did you do a lot of training in Brazil when you were getting ready for all your fights? Nothing in the U.S., right?
I was already in the U.S.
Oh, you were?
I've been over here since 93.
But you didn't go back and
way
forth?
Way before 93, so 84 I was here.
You didn't go back and forth for training?
All my training was done here.
Really? Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. I thought a lot of your training was back home.
Students.
Oh, got it.
With students. So
you would bring them out here?
No, students from my students here in America.
Wow.
So there's students, there's let's say a good boxer. Put the gloves on him, tell him, hey, go ahead and my job is to get in a clinch. So kickboxers and wrestlers and judo guys, and so get different students that we had and just let's spar. Use a lot of guys from USC at the time. They were football players, big, and
no way
had some wrestling background.
So you was in California the whole time?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I never knew that.
My strength coach knew he was a strength coach for USC, so he would bring the guys over from USC.
You would go get guys from USC football team and wrestle.
My strength coach was the same strength coach for the USC. So he's like, hey, I know some guys. Like, there's 3-4 guys. They're wrestlers. They're football players from the team. Do you want to use them? Sure. So I'll take laps around them, make one tap after the other until they get tired.
That is so good. See, that's why I love this podcast. Sometimes we get to learn something. I always was under the impression that you were flying back and forth because it looked like you were training with family in some of these videos that we watch, because I never see the training, like the behind the scenes of the training, how they do now with like UFC Fight Pass and stuff.
They all used to come.
That's amazing.
California over here.
Did you train with your family members too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Torrance, yep.
Which ones were, because your brother started the gym in Torrance, right?
Hickson and Hoyler and Helson, they all helped me out a lot. Yes. Robin came from Japan and Holker. And
none of them were better than you.
Yeah, they all beat me up. How do you think I got good? Because I was better than them? No, because they were beating me up.
Did you always feel though that you were the more superior jiu-jitsu athlete out of all of them?
Definitely not.
No.
Definitely not.
Who do you think was the best out of all your brothers?
Hickson was good. Hickson was good. Hoyler, man, for his size, he's lightweight, very small, can run laps around me.
Do you feel like you were the best out of all the brothers to combine the styles of mixed martial arts and jiu-jitsu maybe?
I don't know if it's combining the styles, but I think it's more of inside of my head, more of the heart. You're gonna die tomorrow. Okay. You see?
Easy.
Hey.
He's saying that with a straight face too. He's not even joking. He's serious. I can feel it. You don't even care.
Hey, it's before my fights, I'm asleep. My brother have to come in, tickle my head, wake me up. Can you please wake up? Whisper. We need to stretch. It's like, okay, fine, go ahead. Take the blindfolds off, take the blankets off, shake me left and right, stretch me. Few times I had to calm them down, walk in on the catwalk in Japan. I stopped. There's a couple times you see on video, like I'm ahead of everybody, and then I suddenly stop. I call them, come here, guys. Hurl up. Hey, I'm at home. Relax, breathe, guys. I'm calming them down. Fucking God, I got this. I got it. Okay.
Unbelievable.
Okay, fine. Okay, go do your thing.
I can't even imagine that. Like having to walk out there with all my family and then having to calm them down when I have a fight. Yeah. That is
I'm telling you, an hour before the fight, I tell them, wake me up 1 hour before. Until then, I'm asleep. So it's like walking in my locker rooms, the lights, everything's covered. They shut down the lights and there's not a light inside and I'm asleep. 1 hour before, they tickle my face.
Damn. How they tickle your face?
Just like that.
They got a little feather.
Time to wake up. Okay. Heart rate, walk into a fight is actually scary. It's like right now. It will be about 72, 78.
Damn.
It will be that much, that low.
Chilling.
Walk into a fight.
Easy.
Yep. Just another day of the office.
Crazy. I mean, where does the mindset come from? You didn't feel the pressure of having to represent that name, everybody having a bullseye on your back?
Somehow the family was able to take that away. It's like, no matter what happens, don't worry about it. Do your thing. Trust. A lot of trust.
I can't imagine that type of pressure, huh?
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure, you know. That's a lot of pressure.
I mean,
everybody is different. How were you in the locker room an hour before the fight?
I was joking around, laughing.
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Somebody have to joke around, have some friends telling jokes, and some people get very nervous, have to throw up before I walk out. Some people, you see, they'll warm me up for hours before, and anxiety. And, nah.
No. Did you ever have one fight that you were nervous? No.
It's actually scary because of that. It's like, wow, man, is he on or not?
It's because it's like most people are joking around about it, but with a legend like this, like, you know, he's straight serious. He's not like, you know, a lot of MMA fighters, I don't worry about anybody, but it's more of an act. You is like as authentic as it comes, you know, like, no, I'm not worried about nobody. Is it what the thing with me that I want to understand, and even for like some of the fans, because sometimes, you know, I'm not a professional fighter. I only train out here. He beats me up during the week. I'm his punching bag. But like, do you look at fighting, mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu, do you look at this as literally just an extension of like your day, your life, your training? Or is it like, this is what I do for a living, I'm going to go get paid, go home? Like, how is it that you were able to kind of like have this mentality where it's like, I don't care, whatever happens, happens?
You're talking about teaching?
For you as a fighter.
Fighting is another. I love the training camp. Fighting is another training day. It's just another training day with a different opponent, with a few more people watching. But if you think about it, it's another training day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm your coach.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, hold on. I got a new sparring partner for you. It's right outside in that stadium, in that arena. There's a few more people watching, a couple more lights, okay? But it's another new sparring partner. So it's not a fight. It's a new sparring partner. Okay?
That's a different mindset.
Yeah. Is that kind of, do you have that mindset when you were fighting?
No.
He's a beast, man. He was walking to break people.
Yeah. I was like, it's either you or me.
One of us going to die today.
Yeah.
Well, but then, again, most people walk in to win, to fight. I walk in not to lose. Think about that.
I already won. I'm already here.
No. I'm not going to lose.
Oh, got
There's
it.
no way
yeah,
you're going to beat me.
Got it.
I'm not walking in to win. I'm walking in not to lose. We're going to play a ping pong game. So you can understand easy.
Yeah.
Every time you put the ball on my side of the table, doesn't matter where you put that ball, I'll catch that ball and I'll put it back on the center of your table. What am I doing? Playing the perfect defense game. When am I going to lose? Never. Because it doesn't matter where you put that ball, I'll catch it, put it back on the center of your table. So I'm not making mistakes. I'm playing total defense game. So now we're going to have to change the question. So when do you win, Royce? When you miss the table. Did I win? No, you're the one who lost. You're the one who missed the table.
Wow.
I'm just capitalizing on your mistakes. For me to say, I'm going to walk in to beat you, it's like saying, I'll walk up to him and go, hey, I'm going to get in a clinch and I'm going to take you down. He turns around and takes off running. Now it's my problem to catch him,
Yeah,
to take him down. I look at him and I say, hey, Rampage, I don't think you can catch me and take me down. And I take off running. Now it's his problem to catch me.
Wow. That's a
and I can run.
Yeah. He's got cardio.
He would never catch me.
You fast?
You still train a lot today?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu, everything.
Muay Thai, everything?
Everything.
Really?
Okay, I consider sleeping part of my training. Eating is part of my training.
Yo, you would love training with him. Hey,
I can be your coach.
You would love training with him, bro. Sleeping and eating. That's like Rampage fit. That's Rampage's favorite training program.
I'm never gonna stop training then.
I'll be his next coach for his next fight.
If you looked at training like this, you would love it.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Hey, fucking it's part of my training.
What kind of training partner we could get him for sleeping? Maybe we can get him a Brazilian girl.
No. I'm serious. Okay, you can push all day long. But you know, if you don't recover, dude, eventually you're gonna break it. The system is gonna malfunction. So you can time to train. Okay, you can eat good and recover fast, or you can eat shitty food and get sick and have whatever problems you have with your body because you're eating bad and you're eating a lot or eating less or not. Everything's missing. It's not balanced. So I just followed that kind of a diet constantly. Yeah. The eating, I consider eating part of my training.
Do you ever have cheat meals?
When do I get sick? Can't remember last time I got sick.
Wow.
So, and I travel quite a bit. And I should be getting sick more often.
See, I told you when he come in, I was worried because I got a cold. I said, I don't want to get close to him. He said, I said, tell him as soon as you get here that, I have a cold. I don't want to get close. So he said, no, I don't want him to get scared. I said, man, he Brazilian. He probably don't even catch colds.
Yeah.
When the last time you had a cold?
Can't remember.
He called it. Yeah. He told me, he's like, bro, they don't even get cold. You're right.
But I don't drink, don't smoke.
Nothing.
It's just
you eat junk food? No?
Nope.
Nothing?
You never eat like fast food?
No.
Never had it?
I don't think I ever had a McDonald's.
You never had a McDonald's?
Nope. I don't know what I'm missing. I don't want to know what I'm missing.
I wouldn't eat McDonald's.
Yeah, I wouldn't eat, but In-N-Out for sure.
Nope.
You ever had a pizza? Pizza Hut?
Yeah. We have pizza, yes. But it's not a everyday meal.
Every now and then.
I prefer to skip a meal than eat a junk food.
Wow.
So traveling a lot, I prefer to skip a meal. Breakfast, the first thing gone. It's like I prefer to skip, eat a protein bar instead. So
you've been this way your whole life, huh?
Yep.
How old were you when you first started training jiu-jitsu and everything?
Oh, I think I was produced on the mat. You know what I mean?
I was thinking that. I think you started like really young. And
in our family, we start very young, as soon as we can walk. But I think we were produced on the mat.
And you never got burnt out. You never got tired of it.
We never got pushed. We never got pushed. So it's not, we don't have to do it. You see, we never had, it's not that we have to do it. We just end up enjoying and liking the way we make it. It's fun for the family. For the family, always made it fun for us. So same thing with me teaching kids class. I was just in Laguna Niguel yesterday teaching a class over here. There was about maybe 36, 40 kids on the mat. And I walk in. I was there a little before, and they walk in. We got in. Silence. The first 10 to 15 minutes, I don't talk to the kids. Not a word. And everybody does everything that I want them to do. It's just like a nod. And the parents are like, how do you do that? Even my instructors are like, man, how can you do it? It's like, there's no talking. 15 minutes, the first 15, then I'll give them instructions. And they all like listen and do it quiet. Even the instructors like, when you guys come back to class tomorrow, I want you guys to act like this. Because like, on my class, everybody's yelling, running around, and yep.
I always wonder, like, for a guy who grew up in such a famed family of jiu-jitsu, what made you think like, hey, I need to start training striking? Like, how did you make that transition to start training with your hands and maybe try to put that as part of your game?
It's more for me to know what's coming at me. So I got to understand. It's my business. I got to understand how they move, or a wrestler, when is going to shoot in, a boxer, when is he going to punch. How does he step? How does he move? A karate guy, a taekwondo, a kickboxer, they all move differently. A kung fu guy, it's like everybody have a different style. So it's more for me to know how they're going to do it to me, not because I'm going to train so I can beat them.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's your favorite? What was your favorite martial arts to compete against, to fight against? The easiest one for you, like to kinda...
there's no such a thing as an easy fight.
No?
Nope. I'm not punch proof at all. One hit would drop me.
Oh, wow.
So no, there's no such
Humble.
a thing. Yeah, no, it's not humble. It's true.
No, I know, but
I'm not punch proof at all. Yeah. One kick, I'll drop. Get in the right spot. You see, I'm not punch proof, kick proof. No, I'm not the best grappler in the world. I just got a good notion of distance. So, like I said, I don't like to get hit.
Right.
So either I'm too far away or I'm right into the clinch.
So if you had to choose your opponent back in the day, if your manager back in the day said, all right, either you're going to fight a kickboxer or a wrestler or a boxer, which one would you want to choose? Probably a wrestler.
When you're on top, you don't pick.
You don't pick.
They pick me.
I
never pick opponents. Like I said in the beginning, they will call me up. It's like, you fighting Akebono, 6'8", 490 pounds. Okay.
Wow, yeah. You did fight him, didn't you?
Yep.
Oh my God, I remember that in Japan.
Huge. How was that?
6'8", 490 pounds. Before the fight, everybody was like, man, are you out of your mind? How are you going to take the guy down? The guy is huge. That's what a 6'8" look like.
Oh,
490 pounds.
Hey, that remind me of Mike Tyson Punch Out.
I mean, how do you even train for a guy like this?
Okay. Before the fight, everybody was like, "Oh my God, the guy's huge. How are you gonna? He gets paid not to go to the ground. How are you gonna take him down? You can't outpunch him. We've seen you punch. You can't outpunch him." So it was after the fight, it was like, "Oh, of course you beat him, man. He's big and slow."
Yeah.
Walk up to a 6'8", 490 pounds, slap him on the face, and you see how slow he moves.
Not too slow.
He will run through you like a train. Training for a guy like this, we had to use our imagination. We'll get two guys, 250 pounds, 300 pounds each. I'll put my right hand around the person put the left hand around me. So I'll use this one, that person use this one. So two men become one. Tie a belt around them, put them on top of me. So it will be 500-600 pounds on top of me. And just one person use the left arm, the other person use the right arm. And then my brother would jump in and just add some more weight so I can get used to the weight, because I knew I could take him down.
Bro, what? That's how you had to train for this guy.
The max I could find was like 250, 270.
Yeah, bro.
270. So we get two guys that size and they will hug each other.
My God.
And one person use the left hand, the other person on this side use the right hand. And tie a belt around them, and then my brother would jump in on top of them to add more weight. And like,
oh, that's a lot of weight. That's a lot of weight.
How did you end up beating him? Was it an ankle lock?
It was an arm lock. I'm locked with a wrist lock, yes. So I brought him on top of me. I knew if he goes to the ground, there was no way he could get up. As soon as I started to go to his back, he was able to get up and just shoot me off like a fly. If I was on his arm, he just pushed me off. I bounced on the ropes. I came back. I was like, can't believe you just pushed me off like that. I'm okay, let's do it again. Brought him on top of me again. As soon as he got on top, inside of my guard, I got him in a shoulder lock with a wrist lock.
Unreal.
That's a challenge, bro.
Unreal.
It's strategy.
Yeah.
It's strategy.
I mean, even to mastermind that game plan, like, were you sitting down with your dad or your brother? Who were you sitting down with to kind of come up with these game plans?
Always my father. Hoyle, he's very good at that. He's small, so we always ask his opinion. Hoyle is like, yeah, he's a year older than me, but he's the general of the team.
Really?
He's the mean one. He tells the people what to do. Yep.
How did he become the general of the team?
I know his character. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I know him. Yeah.
I know his character. He'll walk in the training camp. He'll go right before it starts and he'll ask, "What are you doing here?" Well, I'm just his bodyguard. What are you doing here? I'm a sparring partner. What are you doing here? I came over to watch. Get out. You don't have a job in here. Get out. If you're not doing anything. So guys will be picking up water. Like, hey, I'm holding his water. I'm his water, man. I got his water for him. The 3-4 guys holding water. In case if you run out of that one, I'm the second one holding water. Everybody had to have a job. If you're not, get out.
Amazing.
And he doesn't joke around. He doesn't joke around. He doesn't joke around. He was like, I'm here to take his order for his food. Like everybody have to have a job. I'm just watching. Get out.
I was always interested from a business standpoint. After you won those UFC tournaments, did the Gracie Academies just explode? Or like how many did you have at that time?
The Gracie Academy, after the first UFC, doubled the size. In the same spot. We just got the building next door.
Oh, got it.
After the second UFC, it doubled again. We got it upstairs. So, yeah.
A lot.
Grew a lot.
Yeah. And it was just that main one, right? In Torrance?
The main Torrance, yes.
Yeah. And then you guys licensed it or franchised it? When
then
did the business
we
explode?
started to franchise, yes. Kind of like a
You
franchise.
teamed up with a company to help you guys?
No.
Or? No.
We just did it, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
That is
Started
amazing.
Licensing the name and, yeah.
And how many do you have now?
I got about 40.
40?
Or I can try to keep it quality, not quantity.
How do you do that?
I got to know the person. I got to make sure. It's not just, hey, I want to associate myself with you. Okay, done. I don't know who you are.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you're a drug dealer, child molester. I don't know if you beat up kids. And you see, I got to know you. Let's get to know each other first.
Wow.
Wow. Good business.
And that takes a long time.
I can imagine.
It's not overnight. It's just one meeting and that's it. So it takes a long time.
And then over the years, did each brother or family member get their own? Or are you the only one?
We start to separate. It's better if we each one run their own association, let's say.
Because like you have Gracie Baja, you have this. Are they all your brothers though?
Cousins, brothers, yes. Everybody have their own.
And
it's better that way, yeah.
Got it.
Instead to stay everybody together in one. If we do this, it's...
Yeah, because most time, like with families, you don't see families are able to work together like this and create monster businesses. Like you guys are the, I don't want to say commercial because I don't want to downstream it because you're the best jiu-jitsu, but you're like the most commercial name in jiu-jitsu, Like I don't think there's a bigger name, like a bigger franchise name. No way.
No, it's not.
We're the biggest sport family, I think, in the world.
Yeah.
So my father had 9 kids. My uncle had 21. Together, just the two of them had over like 100 grandchildren, over 50 great-grandchildren. And now most of the men are involved in teaching. You see, some of the females teach too. If they are not teaching, they're involved on making the Gracie book, diet books and cooking books. And they're somehow making T-shirts and involved in in the business.
How did you feel about the, like your family members, like the females, when they get married, some of the men take their last name?
It's okay. You think that we are mean? The female in the family are meaner.
They mean.
They're mean.
I never heard a man taking a woman's last name until the Gracies.
Yeah, it happened quite a bit. Yeah. Hey, we don't have enough Gracies, man. We need more. Yeah. So
you guys, you don't make fun
we
of
don't mind. No, we don't mind at all.
And the Machados, they're your cousins?
They're cousins, yeah. They're my cousins, yes.
Oh, okay.
We grew up with them.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Very tough kids.
Yeah, they tough too. They do jiu-jitsu as well. Huh?
Yep.
It's interesting though, because the business, a lot of people that know you, they know you as a fighter, and then they know your family as the business too. Like the normal average person who doesn't know about MMA or UFC, but they still see Gracie Baja or they see Gracie on the street in Corona Del Mar. There's one, and here in Laguna, they're all over the place. How is it that you guys decided on like who gets what name or who gets what territory? Because if it's a private business, like how did you guys? Who comes in and is it your brother? Like
it's more of a friendly competition. So if I have a school and my cousin have a school in the same city, we dominate the city.
Oh, that's it.
And then another cousin comes over, so there's no space for other schools, for other outsiders to come in.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, my family has a business back home.
We just control the market. In a nice way.
Bro, you don't know
Gracie means monopoly in English.
Yeah. Bro, you don't know how good
you
that
said
is.
it, not me.
you don't know how good that is that their family can work together like that. My family has a family business back home. You know, we do construction.
Oh, okay.
I grew up doing construction my whole life, and my grandfather, you know, he taught all my uncles and stuff construction, and all of them own different construction companies, and they can't work together. Everybody want to be the boss, and I'm on the outside looking in because I don't have the family name because my mom married, right? So thank God I don't have the family name, because if I did, I would be in construction as well. They use me as like the laborer, you know what I'm saying? I was 5 years old picking up big stones and logs, putting it into the dump trucks and stuff. My family, they do the dirt work. Like when you build a building, you got to get it on grade and stuff. We helped build a big pyramid in Memphis. I helped build that.
Oh, wow.
But my family would be multi-millionaires if they could work together. But they all bid against each other. They do not work together. Everybody want to be the boss instead of doing like what his family does.
But we do pretty much the same. We do pretty much the same. And about building, like carrying the bricks, I was just in a meeting in Las Vegas with General Miller, and he's like, man, I saw when I went to the Gracie Academy, and I saw Royce, after winning the first UFC, he's sweeping the mats. He's cleaning the bathrooms. It's like lead by example. That's what he was telling the company that he was talking to 6 Hour, having a speech for them, and he's like, use me as example. You got to lead by example. You got to know the business from down the dirtiest job to the top, not just show up, I'm the boss.
Right.
So my father was very much like that. And he would finish the class, he would go sweep the mats. And Harding and myself and Hickson, they all sweep loads of, we know how to fold a gi, man, blindfolded. We can wash gis, we did all that. Folding towels for the students, for them they come in, the now nice folding towel, and sweep the mats and clean the school, and I know where to look to see if the school was just clean for me or if the school is clean.
That's awesome.
We look on the fans and see if there's dust on the fans on the top. Nobody looks up at the fans like, they look up and say, yep, there's dust up there. It's like, yep, I do. I know if the school is just clean the floors for me in the walls. Yeah, clean. So I'll go on top of the mat and put my finger on top and see if there's dust. It's like
he knows his business.
Yeah,
you care. That's what happens when you care. I mean, a business owner has to care. That's the biggest thing. If you're an owner of a business and you don't know it from the inside out, from the top to bottom, if you don't understand how to ship the package, process an order, put the order out, order the product, you're never going to be successful because you can't spot the flaws. Like in business, even for us, like if I don't know every single thing that's going on, when something's going wrong, I can't fix it. And it's not like you're always going to be perfect, but you got to be able to identify that so you can hire the right person to help you fix it. How did you determine that you wanted to do this as a business though? Did you always want to make a bunch of gyms and franchise them? And
I just want to teach.
Oh, you love teaching.
I love to teach.
Got it. You still teach today?
Oh yeah.
Really?
I love to travel and teach and put
the kids
those
are
two
real
together.
pros.
Both.
Really?
Not pros. Pros it's a lot of headache with pros. Pros is like I call it's a babysitting. You gotta come, dude. You gotta get up, Rampage. You gotta get up, Rampage. Come on, let's go train, Rampage.
Can you imagine him as your jujitsu?
Oh man, I'll probably been really good at jujitsu if he was my coach.
Sleep and eat.
Yeah,
part of your brain.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time to get up now. Go back to sleep now. Rest.
Who's your jujitsu coach?
My first jujitsu coach was Fabiano Iha.
Yep.
Yeah. Mine, Alan Goes.
Yep.
Yeah. Over here in
Been
Costa
around,
Rica.
both of them been around for a long time too.
I think he's getting his coral belt tomorrow.
Yeah, is that right?
Alan Goes. Yeah.
Been around for a long time.
Yeah. You know him from Brazil?
Oh yeah, from Brazil. I met him in America actually.
Oh really?
I came over young, so I came over. I was 18.
He used to fight in Pride as well.
Yep.
Alan Goes.
Yeah. Because I think Alan Goes got his black belt from Carlson.
Gracie, yes.
Yeah. Who's the son of Carlson, right?
No, he got from the father, from my cousin.
Got it.
From Carlson Sr.
Yeah, and then the son is still running the
son
Carlson
is still
Gracies.
running,
yeah.
yes.
Because I think they opened.
Carlson
Is that part of your guys the same family though? You guys are all same last name.
Carlson Jr. is my second cousin because the father was my cousin.
Got it. Are you guys all friends?
Well, friends, yes.
Everybody's good.
Yeah. We don't have beef with anybody.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard too because sometimes I don't think the casual like MMA fans, not that I'm a professional insider or analyst, understand how many there are of the Gracie. It's so hard to understand the family tree sometimes.
I was just in Brazil and I was there for Christmas and New Year's with my daughter, and I met like 2-3 new cousins that I never met before. I was like, okay. And who's your father and your mother? oh, your mother is a Gracie. And I don't know her, but who's her father or her mother? It's like, I got to go back to the lineage. And they're like second cousins, third cousins. Like, all right, we're cousins. We're cousins.
I think at this point, there's so
good.
many.
Yeah, we're good. They're cousins. Yeah. So,
hey, that'd be dangerous. That'd be dangerous with me. If I went back home, I'm like, oh, should we cousins?
Why you have to go that route, man?
I'm sorry. Because I'm not married. I'm single. You know what I'm saying?
Rampage, like, it's just one time.
No. Bro,
hey, second cousins.
It's just one time. That's what you.
I didn't grow up with you. I don't know yet.
Are you sure you're not from Alabama, Louisiana?
I'm from Tennessee. You about to say.
Alabama, Louisiana, Tennessee is right next door.
Damn, he went there.
You started. What do you mean? You don't blame me.
He ain't doing that. You from Toluca?
I'm just asking if you're from Alabama, Tennessee. You know what I mean? Yeah. Family trees. You know?
Hey, you crazy?
Crazy. Hey, I'm just saying. It's like scary. It's
Has
scary.
it ever happened?
No.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Never happened.
It's okay. It's just among us.
Okay.
Nobody will know.
Okay.
Don't lie to him.
Okay. Let me tell you.
No, you better not answer. No answer. These little kids listen to this.
No. Let me tell you one thing, though. One time, my mom brought over her friend.
Time for commercial break right now.
Let me tell you. No, it's nothing bad. One time, my mama brought over her friend, and she had two beautiful daughters. And I liked one of them, and then my mama found out that I liked her, and she said, "Oh, I see you in there getting along well with your cousin." Said it like that, and that was.
She tried to throw you off game.
Yeah, but I thought it was her friend, and I didn't know these. I didn't know them. We
and
didn't
your cousins.
And you had never met
her cousin, but they was like cousins by marriage.
But you never met him.
No. I knew her. I thought they was friends. So her mom. I thought our moms was friends.
So as soon as you find out your cousins, you walk away.
Yeah,
got it. Yeah.
At least he walked away, huh?
Yeah, I did. True story.
Sure.
Yeah, true story.
We believe you.
No, we got you.
I believe you.
But,
I would hope you wouldn't lie to the master right here.
I wouldn't. But mind you, I was like 7, 8 years old at the time too. I was really young.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was a perverted kid.
A lot of testosterone in this guy, huh? A lot of testosterone.
7, 8, 9, 10. I already knew what it was.
You never met them again.
No. I see them.
I still hung out with them.
No. I seen them. They didn't live too far away from me. We ended up going to the same schools throughout life.
Just friends.
Yeah, but no. Ever since my mama said your cousins, so she said it like that, then it was like, oh, okay, now they're cousins.
Okay,
now I know.
We'll keep it like this.
No, that's good. That's good. That works.
We'll keep PG.
We'll talk
later.
I wouldn't have told a story. I wouldn't have told a story if it was a Sweet Home Alabama story.
It's a good thing you're older now, more refined.
Yeah.
So let's bring it back to 95. After your second fight with Shamrock, why did you leave the UFC? Because you were already like the face of the UFC. You were the first winner. You were considered one of the greats already at that time. Why did you end up departing?
They start to add rules.
Oh, really?
And main one was time limit.
Why? What was wrong with that?
There was no weight division. Like my father used to say, I'll give you the weight division, but you got to give me time. So it's a fair exchange. I'll give you the weight, but give me time. So if I give you the weight division, I will give you the advantage of the weight, but you cutting my time short. Now you put 5-minute rounds, fighting somebody 300 pounds. It's like, come on, man. You see, give me time to work with the person. So once they put the time limit, that's when I start to step out.
Was the time to work with them? Is it honestly just cardio? You want to tire them out, or did you really need time to figure out how you could beat them?
Okay. The way I play, like I said, it's a defense game. So I need the time. I'm giving you the weight because if not, you put in the rules. You get a guy heavier than me, fall on top of me, hold me down, and then, okay, time is over. He'll win because he's on top.
Yeah.
It's unfair.
Yeah.
So give me time to work.
Mess up. Yeah, I get it.
See.
You understand?
Yeah. It makes sense because I never understood the concept of it because I always thought it was just you needed cardio. Like you wanted them just to burn out. You know, because I was listening and I was watching some fights and it's like, I don't think you were scared of anybody. You fought everybody. You fought heavyweights. You fought Goliaths.
There's a lot of guys that have good cardio too.
Yeah.
But it's not because of the cardio. I need time to make them make a mistake.
Yeah.
So if you put a 5-minute round, it's like the guy just scored that point of takedown, get on top of me, and just hold me down, and then he wins because he's on top.
Yeah. I looked at a lot of the concepts of, like, let's say marketing, because back then there was no social media. But your family name, yourself, huge celebrities, huge stars worldwide, Japan, Pride, UFC. There was a time where you called out Mike Tyson, right? Why'd you call out Mike Tyson?
He was the best boxer in the world. He got invited for the UFC in the number 2 and the number 3 and the number 4. We finally, I think Art Jimison was number 6, I think, on the rankings at the time. So he accepted and tells him, I heard Mike Tyson accepted. The people around him, they did not accept. The people around him was like, okay, hold on. No. If he loses, man, not just to me, but to anybody, it would ruin boxing at the time.
Wow.
So he could have been anybody that could, if he beat him, would be a problem for boxing. And Mike Tyson was at the top of his career.
So it was real.
I heard Mike Tyson accepted. He wanted to do it.
So this was real. You really wanted to fight him. You weren't scared of him?
It's not me. The promoter said, you might fight Tyson. I said, sure.
You weren't scared of him at that time?
He did. You already.
I know, but that's Mike Tyson. I really want to know, like, because he doesn't care.
Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
Afraid of what?
No, not like you would be physically or mentally afraid, but the guy is one of the best boxers in the world, and you weren't known for
striking.
striking.
He doesn't take the best boxer.
Yeah.
He can be a little kid, punch me in the nose, I'll drop it.
Yeah.
I'm not punch proof. I already said that.
Yeah.
So I'm not planning on getting hit. He doesn't take it. If he hits my shoulder, I'm going down.
Unreal.
So I'm not thinking about getting punched in the face at all. If he hits my shoulder, he cannot punch me at all. Zero. If you hit my forearm, I'm going down. It's like the fight's over. What happened? He punched me on the hand. It's like
how do you even game plan a fight camp to fight against Mike Tyson?
Oh, if I know who I'm fighting, I will know. If I'm fighting you, I will know more about you than you know about yourself.
Yeah, that's scary because I know it's true.
I will know how far he can run, what's your heart rate. I'll know everything about you. I'll do my homework.
Wait, is it all your brothers? Everybody's coming together? Yeah, see, that is the coolest thing about you is the team aspect of the family. It's kind of inspiring, huh? It's a good story.
We watch your fights and see your habits. And so if you shoot with the left foot, with the right foot, when you throw the kick, when you throw the punch, we'll know.
Unreal. That would have been amazing to watch you fight Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, that would have been. Oh, that would have been so huge.
Been the biggest fights of all time.
Yeah. Did you fight that one boxer
with one glove? Yes, our Jimmy. He was number 6 or number 8 on the rankings. So, but that glove was not to break his hand. You guys know the boxers put the gloves on not to break their hands. The hands not to protect the person's face. Right. Protect their hands.
Right.
If there's no gloves, they'll punch you once and they break their hand. You don't go down, now they can punch again. So the tape, the glove is there to protect the fighter's hand.
But you didn't find that quite amusing that the guy come out there with one boxing glove?
As a boxer, he thought there's no way he's going to take me down. There's no way. I'll keep him away with the jab, with the boxing glove, so I don't break my hand, and I'll throw one hard punch to knock him out with the bare knuckle one.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna jab him so many times on the face. There's no way. Every time he shoots, I'll time him, I'll punch and back away and move, and they could not see it. So
that, to me, that is the craziest thing, to watch you fight a guy with one boxing glove on. Yeah. I mean, the original UFC fights were just unreal.
And I'm thinking, great, good for me. He can't grab me with that hand. That hand is useless.
He never fought no more after that, huh?
Nope. That's it.
I think he kind of got embarrassed because I can't remember. Did you beat him kind of fast?
I took him down, and then he didn't know what to do. He just quit. There was no submission. There was nothing. He just quit, and he realized, man, I have to learn jiu-jitsu. I have to learn the grappling. But the same thing happened with Geraldo Gordon. On the finals on the first UFC, after I beat him, they went back to Holland. They got Remco Pardoux, 260 pounds, judo, train him. Geraldo Gordon trained him standing up on the stand-up part, prepare him to fight me. And I beat him less than 2 minutes or so. And that's when Geraldo went back and it's like, we got to learn jiu-jitsu. As soon as they went back, he told me that. It's like, man, as soon as you beat Ranko Pardu, we prepare the guy to beat you. And the guy's a grappler, judo, and we taught him stand up. And he used to be the European champion. And then you beat him easy. It's like, we got back and we got like, okay, we got to learn. We got to learn jiu-jitsu.
Would you say jiu-jitsu is better than judo's jiu-jitsu, like their submission?
Judo doesn't have that much submission.
They don't have that
more of a takedowns and scoring points. That's the thing with jiu-jitsu. It's not, I mean, today they changed so much the rules that became scoring points. That's why I'm against the jiu-jitsu today. Competition, tournament points. But back then there was no point system. It was more of a goes until somebody quit, until somebody give up.
No, I thought judo had like bars and all that.
They don't practice much. They do, but it's very limited.
Yeah.
So
why you mentioned that right now that you're kind of against the current jiu-jitsu. I know you don't mean against jiu-jitsu, just the format, right?
The format,
yeah,
the point system.
And I want to make that clear too, just in case.
Yeah.
But what is it that you don't like?
Martial art in general was not made to score points. Martial art in general, I'm talking all of them.
Yeah.
Are not made. What's martial art? Martial art was made for you to defend yourself in a street fight situation. Forget which one is better than the other. Was karate for? To defend yourself in a street fight situation. Boxing, wrestling, even wrestling was made for you to defend yourself in a street fight situation. Was not to score a point. You see, fighting martial art was made for that. But then people start to put tournaments and create points, and they're always adapting and putting more rules and point system. There was a karate or taekwondo, one of those two, that on the Olympics, a couple Olympics ago, one guy knocked the other one out. He knocked the opponent out. He got disqualified for excessive force. The one that got knocked out won the medal.
Yeah,
it's like, what a shame.
Yeah. That's not martial
arts. You see, no, you use excessive forces. Man, two boxers. If we're boxing in the Olympics and I knock you out and I get disqualified because I'm hitting too hard.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You see, so it's not for points, it's not for rules. Martial art in general was for you to defend yourself in a street fight situation. And most people today want to learn martial art to defend themselves in the street.
Yeah, the
not because they don't want to be the world champion and in their style, and nobody goes to a jiu-jitsu tournament, look and goes, oh my God, I want to be the champion of that. Because if you look, it looks boring as hell, man. It's like, you go to a wrestling tournament, oh yeah, man, I want to be a champion of that. Yeah. And nobody does that.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched Buchecha win a bunch of tournaments and events, and he's one of our JAXXON athletes. And then I watched him go fight in one where he has to put on gloves and scrap. And it's like, you see the true talent of this guy because he can toss people around, move people. We sponsor the Rotolos, Nicky Rod. We sponsor a lot of these grappling wrestlers, submission wrestlers.
You know these guys?
You know any of these guys? Yeah,
I heard the names. Yeah. A lot of them I met, and a lot of them know the name. Yes.
Yeah, the Rotolo brothers are like 20 years old.
Yep.
Unbelievable. 180 cc. You know, just Nicky Rod's a phenomenal grappler. He always fights against Gordon Ryan. You follow these guys, Gordon Ryan? What do you think about the Gordon Ryan chaos on the internet and Nicky Ryan? Too much?
Awesome, man.
Oh, you love it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. A lot of people, the old school.
People misunderstand him. I talked to him about that. It's like people misunderstand. He's pushing himself. So you say you're good, he call you out. Yeah. Hey, you're telling me that you're the best one? Let's do it. And he will call you out, embarrass you if you don't accept. You see, so he's challenging himself. He's not do it to embarrass you. If you don't say a word, he don't mention you.
Yeah.
If you say, no, I'm the best upcoming fighter, he's going to be knocking on your door.
Come get some.
Oh, let's do it. So it reminds me of my family. Hey, you said the karate is the best? Mm-hmm. Let's find out. Let's go.
Right now.
You see, so it's only one way to find out. So he's challenging himself. So, and if you talk trash and you don't back it up, that young generation, they can smash you on the internet talking trash back.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think of Gordon Ryan and Nicky Ryan, or what do you think of their style, Nicky Rod and Gordon Ryan? What do you think of their style of grappling jiu-jitsu?
They're good.
They're good.
They're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
You consider that Brazilian jiu-jitsu? You consider that grappling, American jiu-jitsu? It's all the same to you, right?
It's jiu-jitsu.
That's it.
People tend to say, oh, it's Brazilian jiu-jitsu. No, it's not Brazilian. It's jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
That's what my father learned. That's what we used to teach. It's not, there's no such a thing. It wasn't made, it was developed by him. So, but it's not Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Was your father the first ever to do jiu-jitsu in Brazil? Or did someone
My uncles.
Your uncle?
My uncles learned, yes.
Yeah. And
my father learned by watching. My father learned, he was too small, couldn't do it.
Oh, he's a younger?
He's the youngest, yes. So he learned by watching. One day, he kind of, on his mind, he adapted the jiu-jitsu that they learned from, my uncles learned from the Japanese, for himself. So he couldn't do it. So he, on his mind, memorized the moves and figured out, instead drink water like this. Yeah. If you grab it like this, it will be much simple, much easier.
Yeah.
So why is everybody drinking the hard way?
Yeah.
You see, so he just created simplified the whole thing. So he didn't create new moves, didn't invent anything. He just adapted for his size, for himself.
The rumor was that he went to Japan.
No, my father never went to Japan. My father actually did not want. He got invited. He did not want to go to Japan. Okay, so my father learned by watching pretty much. One day, my uncle Carlos was late for a class. My father jumped in. I heard from him saying that. He jumped in and told the student, I'll review the moves with you until my brother gets here, and taught the student a class. The student liked it so much, by the time Uncle Carlos showed up, my father, Uncle Carlos told the student, hey, sorry, I'll replace this class. The student said, no, from now on, I'd like to take class from Helio Gracie. Oh, wow. And that's what my uncles were like, hold on, what did you show him? What did you do? So, and that's when my father's like, okay, I figured out if I do it this way, it's easier, and that way. So that's what my father jumped in and took over the jiu-jitsu scene. Wow. So my uncle became the guru of the family, working with letters, numbers, the Gracie diet, the food combination, that kind of stuff. After my father lost to Kimura, he beat Kato, choked Kato unconscious, the number 2 in jiu-jitsu from Japan that came in from Japan. After my father choked him unconscious, they brought Kimura, the heavyweight.
Yeah.
Kimura, I think at the time, nobody lasts more than 3 minutes with him. And Kimura said there in the interview before, if Helio Gracie can survive 3 minutes, I'll consider him the winner. He used to knock people out just on the takedowns. My father fought with him for 12 or 13 minutes. He beat my father, we call the Kimura arm lock.
Yeah.
Okay. After the fight, Kimura was so impressed with my father's technique, because my father was much smaller than him, that he invited my father to go to Japan. But then my father was like, okay, I think they want to take me to Japan to eliminate me, and jiu-jitsu will finish. Will be done. Over. So my father's like, no, I'm not going to Japan.
Yeah, he could have been right. He could have been right.
What, eliminate as in maybe kill him?
I didn't say that. I just said cancel social security. How do you translate that?
Wow.
My father was afraid that he was going to get
that is crazy.
However you want to call it.
That is crazy. So you think they were scared of him teaching jiu-jitsu to all Brazil? So they wanted to keep it just to Japanese
So the Japanese art, So my father didn't accept the invitation.
Wow.
But that is crazy. That is crazy. But the crazy thing and part of the story is that his father fought the guy.
The main guy,
Kimura, who named that.
He would have beat everybody on that
with that move.
On that
so he invented that arm lock. That guy.
Kimura? I don't know if he invented, but
that's what
we keep it.
But you named
the name,
it. The Gracie family named that arm lock the Kimura.
Yes, because you would have beat everybody on that. Yes.
And you guys haven't seen that move before that Japanese guy? You didn't see that?
I don't know. That was a question for my father.
Yeah.
I met your father once a long time ago with one of my best friends, Anderson Goncalves. We took pictures with him, and we still have that picture.
Gotta save that one.
Yeah, we saved that one. It was a long time. I was real young.
He was way ahead of his time.
Yeah. He was still rolling. He was
70s at the time, I assume.
Yes. Yeah. He was still rolling with people and everything, huh?
As we wrap up close to this, first of all, I got a few more things I wanted to go over with you, but this has been phenomenal so far, and I think the audience is really going to love hearing from you, you know? After 11 years, you decide to come back to the UFC and MMA. I always wonder, like, because I'm a big fan of fighting. I'm a fan of martial art, but you've already proved everything. You were older, and you were one of a kind, world superstar, the best. You come back and the game's completely different. You're not wearing your gi. You got to wear your gloves. You have to wear shorts. You know, there's all these point rules. Why would you even come back and put yourself in that situation?
I was done fighting. I was done a long time ago, but they keep saying, hey, come back, come back, come back.
11 years later.
Fine, let's do it. I got nothing else to do. Might as well, let's go pick a fight.
That is crazy to me. That's all it was. You're like, all right, you guys keep bothering me.
Yep.
That's like if Khabib 10 years
kind of like
from
you
now,
to bring me over here.
Yeah, every day. Hey, you know, every single day, every day, I hit him up. Hey, please, I got to get you in the studio with Rampage. Please, whatever it takes. Sir, please, the legend. We got to have you in here. Because you have to understand right now.
Got to a point, I was like, fine, I'll come over. My God, I'm in town. Like, hey, dude, I'm across the world. I'm in Europe. It's like, okay, when you're coming back to America? Next week, can you come over? No, next week I'll be in Florida.
He's like, I'm busy for a month.
Next whole month, I'm not coming.
Like, I'm in Brazil. I go, can you just come tonight? And we'll
he actually offered, I'll fly you over for a couple hours. You just turn around and go back. I was like, dude, it doesn't work that way, man.
Nice guy for not blocking him.
Yeah,
I know. I owe you a lot. When we get out of here, whatever you need,
I'll block him, my man.
I'm scared of him now. That's why he brought him to show me something after this. What were your thoughts on jiu-jitsu and the art form when you did come back though? Did you feel like it was going to be dominant forever? Or did you feel like it would need some tweaks and then you kind of go back to the family and say, hey, for jiu-jitsu to stay the most dominant art form in UFC and MMA, we need to work on these things? Did you have any of those calibrations?
Nope.
No.
It was, if we did not want to get beat, if we did not want to get beaten, to lose a fight, we wouldn't show jiu-jitsu to anybody. We'll keep it to ourselves. And that was one of the debates that Horton had with me. It's like, what should I do? Horton was like, if I show everybody, put on TV and show everybody the art of jiu-jitsu, we're not more special than anybody. There's going to be a younger, more athletic, better. They're going to come back and beat me one day. So, or we can keep it to ourselves and keep beating everybody. What should I do?
Unreal.
Save the world or keep it to ourselves? Don't share with anybody.
Unreal.
Man, you guys changed the world though. You know, like a lot of people train jiu-jitsu and they don't even train MMA. Like you guys changed the world. Like you can't, like people can't go to the bar and bully people no more. You don't know if that guy knows jiu-jitsu.
That little guy with the small guy.
Yeah, that's all over the world, not just America.
So true.
Yeah.
Like the defense and my sister's 22 years old. She's an attorney, lives in LA, successful, young Italian woman. She trains jiu-jitsu just to make herself feel good when she goes out because my family lives in Newport Beach. We're an hour away. And it makes her feel confident. And that's because of you and your family and what you guys have done.
That's the main part of jiu-jitsu, is to give you confidence. I heard a lot about the karate people, well, the stand-up arts, let's say. It gives you confidence, but they know deep inside if somebody shoots in and getting a clinch on me, I don't know what to do. So with jiu-jitsu, it doesn't matter. If the person is trying to throw punches or if the person takes me down, it's like, hey, I can defend myself.
Yeah.
I can survive.
Unreal. And right now, do you feel like there's any current UFC fighter that you feel is phenomenal jiu-jitsu? Do you watch the UFC still?
Yes.
Yeah. Who has the most phenomenal jiu-jitsu?
I like watching Demian Maia.
Yeah.
Verdun.
Yeah.
You see Charles the Bronx. Very good jiu-jitsu. Sometimes they get a little off track. Demian Maia happened for a while. He went into the kickboxing, learned so much of the shoot boxing team that he lost a couple fights, and then he came back to jiu-jitsu. That's his game. That's why I tell guys, don't forget where you came from. You see, because I'm a boxer, and now I'm going to learn jiu-jitsu and try to subdue everybody. It's like, no. You're a boxer. You learn jiu-jitsu for you to know what's coming at you, not because you're going to subdue people.
Yeah.
Stay standing up. Stay on your hands.
Stay to your craft that you're the best at. It's a good way. Is that you feel like most MMA fighters, when they're competing, they should look at their fighting, their camp. They should look at that. Like, just stick to what they do best, not try to be a master of all of them.
A lot of the times it's the coaches. So you come from the boxing background. I'm your coach. I'm going to tell you that would be a wrong coaching. I'm going to tell you, hey, show everybody that you can grapple. Take the guy down and choke him out. Show everybody. But then you're fighting a guy like Buchecha, like Neyman. You see, who's a grappler.
Yeah.
And you're going to try to grab. Yeah, show that you can grapple too. It's like wrong strategy, man. Fucking don't play another man's game.
Yeah, it's not going to
Your
work.
game, you're a boxer. So learn jiu-jitsu for you to defend yourself if you go to the ground. Not because you're going to subdue somebody, you're going to use jiu-jitsu to win, you see, to show off. And happen a lot of jiu-jitsu guys that the boxing coach goes, prove it to everybody that you can hit hard.
Oh, yeah.
And if you knock one person out and then the next one comes up, you go, yeah, I'm confident now. But you're fighting Mike Tyson.
It's not going to work.
You hit him, he smile, hit you back, like rip your heads off your shoulders. Like, fight's over.
See ya. Yeah. As we wrap up now, what do you think, just for the younger generation, the new generation of MMA fans, people who train jiu-jitsu, learning from someone like yourself, what do you think the most impactful thing is they can learn and remember from someone like you in terms of training and jiu-jitsu and how to look at the sport of jiu-jitsu?
You got to have discipline on everything. You got to do what you got to do. You got to have discipline. Talent is lots of people, loads of them with talent, but talent goes away. Toughness definitely goes away too. You have to have discipline to get up and practice.
Yeah, unbelievable. So true, huh? The discipline for the schedule.
But that's for everything.
Mat, for everything, yeah.
For everything. Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Everybody goes home, he will sit there throwing free throws by himself.
Unreal.
You see, so you got to practice. Talent, yes. Yeah. There's a lot of talent people, but goes away.
I can tell you still love this more than anything, huh? It's in your blood. It's never leaving you, huh? You don't get tired of it. You don't get tired of talking about jiu-jitsu. You don't get tired of training jiu-jitsu.
That's the only thing I know how to talk about. What else you want to talk about? The stock market? I don't know anything about it. I'm done. Conversation's over.
You know about business. You know about business. I also salute you because your family, I love business, and your family and yourself, you guys have built some phenomenal business. Like, you've reshaped the way people look at. I mean, think about this, not even just for jiu-jitsu, for gyms, for business, for content, the way you guys have been able to kind of, I don't want to say syndicate, but mobilize in different networks, different regions. I mean, there's a Gracie gym everywhere.
I have people that work with business people that says, man, the way you guys do it, if you put on paper, it doesn't work. But somehow you guys make it work. Yeah. But it's not the normal process of working.
Yeah. No, it does. To me, it's phenomenal. Every city I go to, I can count on a McDonald's and a Gracie gym being in that city.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's everywhere.
Really? Yeah. McDonald's?
Well, not McDonald's like the same level, but McDonald's is the biggest brand on the planet. McDonald's has more locations than anything. McDonald's and Subway, more locations.
And he don't know what McDonald's tastes like.
How have you never had McDonald's? Never.
Smart.
You've never craved it?
Nope.
Like, you never had a Happy Meal?
He don't know what he's missing.
Nope.
That's good.
That's nice. You know, my favorite place to eat is Fogo de Chao. I love chimichurri.
Yes.
I love chimichurri, and I love this steak.
Now we're talking. Fogo de Chão.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know who cooked the first steak for me ever was Leo Vera's brother, the guy that was here from Checkmate. His brother, Leandro. Yeah, Leandro. He was cooking that steak at Pat's house, and he was cooking all these crazy chimichurri and all this stuff. I was like, wow, this is amazing. He's like, let me take you to Fogo de Chao. Gave the guy extra 20 and kept bringing the picanha. I go, life's good. I'm never leaving. It's the best.
What city your family from in Brazil?
Rio.
Oh, Rio.
My father is from Belém, Pará, up north. But we were born, they moved down. My father, my uncles, they all moved down to Rio and were born and raised in Rio.
I like Rio. You been to Brazil yet?
No, I can't wait.
Oh, man.
I'm going for Carnival.
Oh, beautiful place.
Yeah, I'm going to turn the place upside down.
He's lying. He's not going.
No, I'm going down. I'm going to train jiu-jitsu on the beach for about a week, and then I'm going to go party. Yeah, I'm bringing 10 girls down with me.
I don't believe nothing he said.
You're the one who got the...
You're going for Carnival. Yeah. Carnival, everything's closed during Carnival. How are you going to train? What kind of training are you talking about?
No, I was going to go down with Buchecha and train on the beach for 10 days with him because he wanted to go train, eat, and sleep.
Train on the beach.
Yeah, I don't even like the beach.
All the gyms are closed.
Why?
Everything's
closed?
Why?
Carnival. Everything's closed.
It's 1 week though, right?
Yep.
A lot of girls. That's all the girls you told me to book for Brazil, remember?
No.
Yeah, he wanted me to fly down five girls with
Carnival is the worst time to go. I'm serious.
Uh-oh. We just opened up a can of worms.
Yes.
Why?
There's going to be two types of people in town.
Yeah.
All the locals leave. Two types of people are going to be in town. The robbers and the tourists. Which one are you going to be?
I ain't going. I want him with me. If I go to Carnival, I want him with me.
Oh, he gets robbed all the time.
I want him with me. All right, so when's the best time we should go to Brazil?
After Carnival, March.
Okay, March.
Yep.
Right,
After
let's
Carnival.
go.
After
Let's
Carnival.
go.
Yeah.
1 week.
Hey, Brazil is great.
I just wanna train.
Before.
I just
I'm
wanna
serious.
train for 1 week.
Carnival, there's 2 types of builders in town: the robbers and the tourists.
I just want to get my black belt in Brazil.
Plus, everything's closed during Carnival.
All the
Nothing's
restaurants and
open.
everything.
It's a party week. It's
So
like,
where does everybody eat and do all that stuff?
it's the restaurants are open.
That's
We're
it.
talking about
Yeah,
business, like
gyms,
training.
yeah.
Everybody, nobody's training.
You guys are, I'm out of here.
You're gonna go to the beach, train something else. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I know what he wants
Your
to
eyes,
train.
your eyes.
I know what he wants to
Your
train.
neck, you're gonna be like this.
So many beautiful women. I know what you're talking about. So many
been?
beautiful. I haven't been to Carnival, but I've been to Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there like 3 times.
He's a menace, huh?
Oh man, I love it.
Hopefully none of them were your cousins.
No.
Listen, I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much for coming. I know I've been bugging you, but the fans, the audience, everybody said, listen, you're going to have all these legends on here. There's one legend you got to have, and it's you. You are the most requested legend. They love when I use that word. I say it over and over again, but you are by far every meaning and every ounce of that word. It's a complete honor, you know.
He's
and
the
I
first legend of our sport.
the greatest, the winner, the man. It means a lot. So I just want to say thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the one and only, the first ever UFC champion and the greatest one to ever do it on the mats, Royce Gracie, Rampage JAXXON. I'm Bear DeGidio. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for
Thanks,
coming,
man.
brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks.